Hello my dear viewers, welcome back to my channel. My name is Malena and in this video I'm going to share with you my experience with permanent makeup. So in my case I decided to enhance my eyebrows and get powder brows. And also I did the so-called aquarelle lips, but it is very natural. And today I'm not wearing any makeup on my lips or on my brows. And in general, I only put on a very basic and natural makeup so that you can see how it actually looks like. I will just tell you my experience. For me, it was a very good decision. I think it is an easy way to enhance your natural beauty and it will save you a lot of time. I will also show you a lot of before and after pics in the course of this video so that you can see how my eyebrows and lips looked before and how they looked immediately after permanent makeup appointment and also a week after that. And I will show you some close-ups now so that you can take a close look before you decide to maybe do it yourself or not. As I said, I like nice eyebrows because I think that they are very important for the face. They are really framing your face. And before I plucked the hairs, of course. Sometimes I went to a cosmetologist to do that. And then I always used a pomade. But sometimes they were just too dark or it wasn't perfect. When I saw the eyebrows of a close friend of mine, I asked her if she got powder brows or something because I already suspected it because I have already seen that a lot. And it looked really beautiful, natural and just perfect. She said yes, and I went to this permanent makeup cosmetologist, a specialist, where she went and I got the powder brows too. Of course, I informed myself a lot before and because I wasn't sure, I was afraid that they could make me look older because there are also other techniques for permanent makeup that make eyebrows look a little bit harsher. The powder brows have a very smooth transition. I will show you closer later, but you can also see now I have no makeup on my eyebrows and I think they look quite natural, but defined. So that was my only fear, but in the end I was convinced that it will be good and I got the powder brows. So first of all, what is this? It is a very superficial way of doing permanent makeup. The pigment only goes into the first layer of the skin, the epidermis, and that's why it also doesn't last for so long as older permanent makeups from techniques from the past. It will last for 1 year, 100%, she told me, sometimes also for 2 years, but then it will fade. And this depends on your skin type. When you have very oily skin, it will fade much faster. And if you have drier skin, it will last a little bit longer. But if it fades after 1 year, you can just do it again, a little touch up, and then it will look more defined again. So the whole procedure lasted around 1 hour. So she did a lot of measurements, draw lines, many lines to calculate the perfect eyebrow for me, and she did a little change to my natural eyebrow. She made the arch a little higher to also lift the eye a little bit. So the pigment goes a little higher than my own. There is still hair there, but not so much. And then on the other hand, she plucked a little more hair on the lower part. So now what I have to do is only pluck a little bit underneath when the new hair comes. So after she showed me how she is planning to do it, I said, okay, that looks good. And then she started first putting a numbing cream on top. Sometimes it was a little painful, but nothing that you should be scared of. And in the beginning, the eyebrows, the powder brows look very dark, much darker than the final result. Because the final result only appears after 1 to 2 weeks when the dry skin from the top falls off step by step. But in my case, it started after 1 week. And then I would say after 10 days, it came all off. And then I could see the beautiful result underneath. And it was much lighter. So the first days are you are a little bit uncomfortable. because the brows look like you were using a lot of makeup, so too dark. But then it's very nice and the end result looks very natural. What you see now is the result after 2 months. Take a little brush so that you can see. So I will brush it up. She told me I should brush the eyebrows up. And yeah, this is how it looks like. So there is a little pigment here because my eyebrow is a little bit lower, my natural one. This is what I was telling you in the beginning. So she lifted it a little bit. And then here I usually have a little hair, but I'm plugging it now. It's not always perfect. That's why you can also correct it after 1 month. I decided not to because with the healing, some pigment falls off and then it's not totally perfect anymore. In some spots there is a little less pigment than in others, but I think in my case it's still okay. So I decided not to touch anything up and now I just let it like this. And yeah, I can recommend it for those of you who want to save time and who like this polished look. But in my case, I will show you before picture. They were not so perfect before, and that's why I always used this eyebrow pomade and pluck them, and now it's really so easy. And as I said, it's a very easy way to beautify yourself. In general, I'm not doing anything to my face, and one, for health reasons, and a second, because I don't believe in fillers and Botox. I know about the long-term effects, and this is something that I'm not convinced of. I have other methods to care for my skin. This was like the most invasive thing I have ever done to get this permanent makeup, but I'm okay with it, and I really researched a lot and I waited a lot. So that was a good decision for me. But make sure that you find a good cosmetologist and a good practitioner who has a lot of examples to show you and where you really feel that it's a talented person, because this is art and it has to do with talent too. And now the second part, the lips. So I also decided to get aquarelle lips. So this is a technique where you put a little color on the top layer of the skin of your lips. So it's also permanent makeup, but very, very superficial. And I also did it to enhance the contour of my lips. Because if you look at my natural lips, I will show you before picture, you see that they are not totally symmetrical, and on one side the contour is not pigmented. And this is what the permanent makeup artist basically corrected. So she put pigment in on the one side of the contour. That's why it looks a little bit as if it was overlined. I will show you here, but it is actually not. She explained to me that this is my natural contour, but there was no color in it. And then if you look from far on the total of the lips, it also looks symmetrical now. Because of this enhancement of the contour of your natural lip line, your lips also look a little bit bigger. But actually, she did not overline the lips. She said that she doesn't do that, and I also wouldn't want that, because if I want to enhance my lips and overline them, then I would simply use a lip liner. And I'm still doing that when I'm going out and I want to enhance the lips or overline them. I'm just doing that. The benefit of this permanent makeup for the lips that I got is simply that when I wake up, or when I'm doing sports, or when my lip gloss or whatever wears off, they still look nice and pigmented. They are a bit more pigmented than naturally. And of course the contour, I really like this, that it is a bit more enhanced now. And I actually am almost not using any lip products anymore. During the day I'm just putting on Vaseline. I really love it because again it saves me a lot of time and it looks natural and makes you look younger too. Because of course if you don't have heavy lipstick on or visible lip products, but your lips look still fresh, you look younger, because this is what young kids, for example, look like. They have rosy lips that are more pigmented, more defined, and this is what this permanent makeup technique basically does. And of course you can also get more pigment or a different color. She mixed this color for me. She checked the undertone of my lips, the undertone of my skin. It is a cool undertone, so she mixed a little bit of a warmer color with another cooler color. It's an art, so I don't know. She just picked different colors and then put them on the lips. And with the lips, I got them 1 week after the eyebrows, so it's also almost 2 months ago. But with the lips, I did a correction, and the correction was 2 weeks ago. And this is simply because after the first time, the contour was a bit stronger on one side than on the other, because when the lips heal very fast, they heal after 2 or 3 days, and then they peel. So with the peel, a little bit of the pigment fell off, and this is what can happen. Because of course you have to be careful and try to not eat and drink a lot, not to put anything on the lips during the first days, but it just happened, and when the lips are peeling, then of course a little bit of the pigment comes off again. And also they get lighter in the beginning, so I was a little bit disappointed because I thought it looks like nothing. She then sent me a picture of my original lips because she did a before picture. And then I saw, okay, it is a difference. And also the line, I see that this is my lip line, but there was no pigment, and she just made it more symmetrical. So then I was okay with it, and after another week, the pigment was darker again. So what happens, and she also told me that in the beginning, the lips, after they heal, the lips look lighter, and then 1 week later the lips look darker again. So this is what is happening now, and I will show you how my lips look now after 2 months and 2 weeks after the correction. But the correction was just very superficial. She just corrected a little bit of the contour and a little bit in the middle, but the lips didn't really peel that much anymore after the correction. So the only thing that I have on my lips is Vaseline, and it's already, I think it already absorbed. So you see that it looks super natural, but the contour it's more perfect than before. But you wouldn't say that I have permanent makeup if you saw me and you don't know about that. And then also, especially on the upper part, the contour is corrected, and here is the part where I thought she overlined, but she didn't. It's just my natural, she followed my natural contour. So you see, it looks natural. And it's also, I think, a nice rosy color. So this was a different video that you are used to, but as we have a feminine channel here and it's about elegance and femininity, I thought that this topic might interest you. And let me know in the comments if you also have permanent makeup, or if you're interested in it and what you think about it. I think it's not a necessity and it's not for everyone. I think it's a nice way that is not too invasive to enhance your natural beauty and save you some time in the morning. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and also comment or share it with women who might be interested in this topic. You are beautiful anyway. See you in my next video. Bye bye!